Hey, welcome to my channel and to another meal prep. This meal prep is little, quick, easy. Originally, I was only going to do lunch because I decided for breakfast I just want some hot cereals this week. Good call because I never watch the news. I'm just one of those people. But there was nothing on yesterday morning early, nothing that I wanted to watch, so I turned it to the news and he said get out your big coats this weekend. So I'm guessing it's going to be cold this week. I turned it before I could see the 7-day forecast. So I'm assuming if we're getting our big coats out this weekend, we're going to head into the week being cold. So good call on the hot cereals. Lunch, chili mac. All I did was take my regular chili bean recipe, throw some macaroni noodles in it, elbow macaroni. Boom, chili mac. Like I said in my menu plan, there's all kind of recipes on the internet, but I was like, why bother when I know I like my chili? So that's really all it is chili and macaroni that you put together, hence the name chili mac. So we did that. Super simple. Then I was not going to do a snack, and I was in here and I was like, you know what, I really don't have anything to snack on. And when I don't have anything, like, I know I can make oatmeal, but if I have oatmeal for breakfast, I'm probably not going to want to eat it for a snack. You know what I mean? And if I have cream of wheat or grits, I'm probably not going to want those as a snack because I will eat hot cereals as a snack. It's a good, satisfying snack. And I got to thinking, I don't have anything in here. There are things that I could eat but would have points. Like I still have some of these low carb bars. We still have those left from when we did low carb. And then just different little things like that. And I thought, well, I don't want to rely on all these pointed things. And y'all know how I feel about vegetables. Like I was telling Joan, I was raised on starchy vegetables. That's the kind of vegetables I was raised on, and that's the kind I like. I never learned to eat non-starchy vegetables. We just weren't. I guess because the starchy ones, the taters and the beans, were the cheapest things, and so that's what I grew up eating. Anyway, so I had a yogurt that I just bought to have on hand because you never know when you're going to need a non-fat plain Greek yogurt. I said, well, I'll do a pound dropper cheesecake. So I am making Pound Droppers chocolate peanut butter cheesecake. And it is, she has, I don't know, 10 or 12 different ones. I've tried several. My two top ones are that one and the pumpkin. Those are my two favorite. I've made the pumpkin one more than any of the other ones. But this comes in a very close second. I mean, they're kind of neck and neck. It's really good. So that is what I'm having this week. The reason you're seeing this, I'm filming on Saturday because my cheesecake has to sit overnight and I couldn't show you the final product until tomorrow, which is today. I flip-flopped. I was going to do our challenge on Sunday and meal prep as per usual on Saturday, but since of the cheesecake, then I'm flip-flopping that. That's why you're seeing this on Sunday. Hopefully you will have seen the challenge yesterday. If you haven't, I'm going to try to remember to link that at the end of the video. So go watch it if you want to join in. It is not plan specific. I don't care what plan you're doing, if it's WW or not WW. It is specific to you. It is working on you, working on your plan, not what your plan is. So anyway, that's it for me. I hope you had a good weekend, and I hope you go into a good week. Join our challenge because we are going to challenge ourselves to have a good holiday season. So let's just turn around and get started cooking. For my chili mac, the first thing I want to do is boil 1 cup of elbow macaronis. I'm using the whole wheat. I just want to get this fixed and set aside, drained and set aside, because I'm going to use the same pot for the chili. Next thing we want to do is season our 1 pound of hamburger. I'm using the 93% lean. Just cook it until it's crumbled and done. Drain it if necessary. Okay, now that my meat has browned, I want to add 1 pan. I'm just using the light red kidney beans. You can use whichever kind. Sometimes I use my home cooked from dried. Just depends on if I have any, if I felt like making them. Sometimes I'll cook beans ahead of time and put them in the freezer. I don't have any in the freezer now, so canned was just the way to go. And then to that, we're going to add 1 can of tomato sauce. Here's where I'm differing from my recipe a little bit. I normally add 3/4 cup of water, but since I'm adding macaronis to this, I don't want it to be too thick because that macaroni is going to soak in some of that liquid. So I'm using a cup of water, which this is 8 ounces, so this is a cup. Dual purpose, you rinse out your can and you get your water. Now, this is how I have my chili mix. This is what I keep. I have 2 of these in my cabinet that I keep my seasoning blends in. This tells me this is 1 serving, 1 recipe of chili. I put cornstarch and flour in the seasoning. The recipe's on my website, so all these seasons will be on the recipe. I put cornstarch and flour to thicken it when I make chili beans. I started leaving that out. I used to put it in these, and then sometimes I need chili seasoning for something other than chili beans. So I leave it out of my little packets. I'm not going to add it this time either because, like I said, the macaronis are going to soak up a lot of that liquid, and I don't feel like, I think it'll be just too thick if I thicken the chili. So we're just going to let this, cook just a few minutes, just enough to heat the beans up. Now we're just going to add our cooked macaroni in. What I did to bring it back, because it's been sitting there while I've been cooking this, is I just run some hot water over it and it brought it right back. Plus I think rinsing off some of the starch, I could be wrong, but in my mind, rinsing off some of the starch, since this is going to set up during the week, might be a good thing to help it. I don't know. We shall see. And that is all there is to the chili mac that I'm making this week. For Pound Droppers chocolate peanut butter cheesecake, this is 3 eggs. We're just going to beat those up a little bit. To the eggs, we're going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. And in here, this is 3 tablespoons of sugar substitute, which I'm using the monk fruit, 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter. I'll show you which one I'm using. There's all kind of ones. This is the one I have that I've been using for a long time. It's taken me forever to use it, but it's good. And then 3 tablespoons of Devil's Food cake mix. This recipe on her website does not show the cake mix, but this was one of her earlier ones. I'm a guessing. Her later ones have the cake mix, and it does make a difference. It makes a difference in that texture. So we just want to mix all this in together. The next thing is 3 cups of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. Now, I have the Harris Teeter brand because I had not been planning on making this cheesecake. This was, like I think I was saying already, last minute decision. She recommends Fayet or Chobani, and personally, I like Fayet. I think it's a little bit thicker. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my mind, but Fayet is usually what I use. But this looks pretty thick, actually. Looks like a pretty good consistency. So we just want 3 cups of this. Okay, before we go any further, I want to show you, if you can tell, there's a little bit left in there. Don't be tempted to use this. One time I made this, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use the rest of that up. Don't do it. It will affect the way your cheesecake sets up. At least it did mine. So I don't recommend that. Just save it and use it for whatever else you're going to use it for. and then a packet of the chocolate. You can use chocolate fudge or chocolate fudge is my preferred. It's the sugar-free, if you couldn't tell. Now, I highly recommend using a hand mixer for this, because when I first started doing it, I was doing it with a whisk, and it gets thick and it will build up some arm muscles. So you can do it with a whisk, but if you don't, if you have a hand mixer, I highly recommend it. So I'm gonna do this. Now next is the pan you bake it in. She recommends a pie pan or a 9-inch springform pan. The pie pan I had the first time I tried it, this was too much batter. I don't know even what size it is, but it was too much batter for my pie pan. I don't have a springform pan, so I'm using this. It is a 10-inch square, just your everyday Corningware. The slices are, I'm sure, with that extra inch around, a little thinner, but you get 9 out of it, and I don't think you could be able to tell the difference. Maybe you could, but if you want a pretty, like, presentation pie cheesecake, I would probably invest in a springform pan. So we just want to spray it. Now, can you see how thick that batter is? That's what I'm telling you. Doing it by hand, that's going to work you up some Popeye muscles. So we just want to spread this out. This will bake in a 350 degree oven for 30 minutes. It's not one of those that I have ever found I need to try extra or less. It comes out perfect every single time in 30 minutes. So I will show you what it looks like straight out of the oven. So here it is, fresh out of the oven after 30 minutes. I want to show you. Can you tell? Can you see? It's a little jiggly. It smells insanely delicious. This has to wait 15 to 20 minutes for it to cool off, and then you're going to cover it. She says in plastic wrap. This is what I use. This is from Trader Joe's. It's that wax coated cloth. This stays in this dish, and that's the only thing I ever use it for is my cheesecakes. What I have found over a period of time of making these cheesecakes is you want to put a layer of paper towels down first before you cover it, because even after 15 to 20 minutes it's still going to be hot. That condensation will come off. A lot of it, whatever you cover it with, plastic, a lid, tin foil, whatever, the condensation will collect on the top, and it's going to drip down on your cheesecake, and it's just not that appealing. So trial and error, I learned, put down a layer of paper towels. So next time, let me go ahead and show you. This is my chili mac. So I won't show you that tomorrow. I'll have it in the refrigerator. But whenever I come back, it will be tomorrow, to I can show you what it looks like after it has been in the refrigerator overnight. Alright, it is the next morning, and I wanted to show you how much condensation. This just came out of the fridge. Well, I can get it. Okay, see what's dripping on there? Look at this paper towel. Soaking wet. So there is our cheesecake. I'm going to cut it into 9 pieces. Like I said earlier, if you use the 9-inch springform, your pieces will, I'm sure, be thicker than this, but this still gets the job done. Oh, and I'm breaking. There we go. So that's not bad. You can see the texture. You can serve that with whipped topping, Cool Whip, some kind of drizzle, whatever you want. So there you have it. There is the rest of my prep for the week, and I hope everybody has a good week. And like I said in the intro, I'm going to put up a link to my challenge video. I hope you will consider joining us so we can stay strong for the holidays. So that's it for me, and I will see you in my next video.